All right, good evening. My name is Tom Fletcher. I'm a lieutenant from the San Diego County Sheriff's Office. I'm currently assigned to the Emergency Services Division, and I serve as the SWAT commander. I'll provide an overview of the requirements under Assembly Bill 481, AB 481, and further describe the Sheriff's Office Annual Military Equipment Report for 2025. There will be a special link for anyone who desires to access this presentation in Spanish. On September 30th, 2021, Governor Newsom signed AB 481 into law, which requires a public forum to address the funding, acquisition, and use of law enforcement military equipment. Minimize here. There we go. I'm going to take my time, as this is the presentation can have some technical equipment, and make sure that I explain it in the best detail possible. All law enforcement specified equipment listed in the military equipment report. The law also requires that each law enforcement agency governing body to adapt a written policy by ordinance to review the ordinance annually, and for each law enforcement agency to produce a report outlining the funding, acquisition, and specified use of the equipment. So the Sheriff's Office complies with federal, state, and local laws. These procedures and policies are available online. They are used at times during critical incidents under authorization and by the supervision of sheriff's supervisors. This is key here, used by personnel specifically trained on the equipment, and all the possessed equipment has to be approved by the Board of Supervisors. The annual military equipment report shall include the following information for the immediately preceding calendar year for each type of military equipment. So this is for 2025. A summary of how the military equipment was used, purpose of its use, a summary of any complaints or concerns received concerning the military equipment, the results of any internal audits, any information about violations of the military equipment use policy, and any actions taken in response. The total annual cost for each type of military equipment, including acquisition, personnel, training, transportation, maintenance, storage, upgrade, and other ongoing costs, and from what source funding will be provided for the military equipment in the calendar year following the annual military equipment report. Also, the quantity possessed for each type of military equipment. And if the law enforcement agency intends to acquire additional military equipment for the next year, the quantity sought for each type of military equipment. So the Sheriff's annual report includes purpose, use, complaints, to summarize, information of any violations, the annual cost, and the quantity possessed. Okay, AB 481. So this is what the Sheriff's Office currently has for the County of San Diego. There's categories. First off, we have the unmanned UAS, unmanned aerial system, which is commonly referred to as drones. Armored personnel carriers, multi-purpose wheeled vehicles. Firearms, ammunition of 50 caliber or greater, specialized firearms, ammunition of less than 50 caliber. Breaching apparatus, breaching rounds, chemical agents, pepper spray, OC, pepper balls, specialty munitions. 40 millimeter launchers, less lethal beanbag shotgun and munitions. What's referred to as an LRAD, it's a loudspeaker, a long-range acoustic device. And we have command and control vehicles. The information on this slide is what is currently in our inventory. A full detailed list can be located on our webpage at www.sdsheriff.gov. The Sheriff's Office is responsible for covering 4,200 square miles in the County of San Diego with a population of about 3.3 million people. Again, we have 18 patrol stations, 7 detention facilities, and 6 courthouses. In addition, we are the county's mutual aid coordinator and are often called upon to assist other agencies during critical incidents. Okay, our additions for 2025. Again, this is garnering new equipment. Keep in mind, this equipment is all sourced by grant funds, grant funding. And there's no change in the net budget for the citizens of the County of San Diego. This is grant funded. These are grant funded items. In section 1.3, categorized in the report, you'll find surveillance robots, which again, UAS. So the robotics, I have a slide here in a moment I'll show. In 2025, we added one Boston Dynamics spot robot, which we named ERC. In section 2.0, we have armored personnel carriers. We added 2 of those Mercedes Sprinter vans. In section 8.0, we have one LRAD, Genesis 1X LRAD. And then in section 9, for command and control vehicles, we added one Nomad mobile command vehicle, which is SAR-1, a great piece of equipment for our search and rescue division. And what you're looking at here is the Boston Dynamics robot. It's called a quadruped. Spot is the company's name. However, we named it ERC, the Sheriff's Office. It was purchased through an Urban Area Security Initiative grant fund in 2023 and 2022. The total cost, including the mounted camera, was $348,000, $348,000 and change. The Sheriff's Special Enforcement Detail, the SWAT team, took delivery of ERC on September 4th, 2025. The Special Enforcement Detail utilizes ERC frequently on high-risk operations to clear unsafe spaces, open doors, find concealed subjects who pose a threat to deputies on scene. ERC has decreased our operational risk significantly by placing a remote tool where a deputy would traditionally need to operate. To date, ERC has been deployed during 14 operations and located 6 suspects during operational deployments, high-risk warrants, and barricaded suspects. The Sheriff's Office gave the robot the name ERC, U-R-K, to honor a sheriff's canine who was killed in the line of duty in Vista on January 18th, 2003. There's a stock photo here, much like an Amazon van. Again, we received grant funding to purchase 2 of these Mercedes Sprinter vans. This is a stock image. Both vehicles are, one is out of state being serviced by a vendor, and we took delivery of these vehicles in January of 2025. Next up, we have what's called the LRAD. It's made by a company called Genesis. It's a 100X long-range acoustic device. And this item is primarily used for our mobile field force operations. It can also be utilized for fire evacuations. It can be used, it's very effective for as a PA system, early warning type of use. It's a broadcast speaker. Again, we purchased one of those. Next up, something I'm very excited about is the Nomad motorized command vehicle, which we are going to name SAR-1. And the Sheriff's Office is really excited to use this for our search and rescue volunteers, and primarily for missing persons, people at risk, and preventing increasing our operability in areas of the county, sustaining the volunteers for long hours and searches, and helping us with the success for our mission. Okay, future equipment projected for purchase. We have pictured there on the bottom left, Skydio drones. That's UAS, our unmanned aerial systems. We again intend to purchase 12 of those to support the equipment for 2026. These units will replace some of our current drone inventory, which have become obsolete due to advancements in technology. The emergency planning detail also intends to purchase an additional command vehicle to replace the aging fleet of our vehicles, which you see here, mobile command at the bottom, another SAR type of vehicle. And then the robot here in black with the arm there, we intend to purchase a bomb arson robot, 3 of them from a company called iCore, to replace outdated equipment with improved technology and capabilities. And again, 2 of these items are subject to approval by the County Board of Supervisors. That includes our intended purchase for next year. At this time, this concludes my presentation. I'm going to pass it off to Edith Sanchez for public question and comment. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Lieutenant Fletcher. I have posted in our Q&A section. If anybody has any questions, you are welcome to type them and send them to us. We'll wait a minute or two to see if there's anyone with questions, and we'll be right back. All right, so we do not have any questions. You did such a great job clarifying, providing us this information. If you think of, for those who are joining us, if you think of any questions or any items you'd like some clarification on, you are more than welcome to email us at communityforum@sdsheriff.gov, and we will respond with more information. So thank you all for joining, and that is all for tonight.
Thank
you all.